Okay, I'm about to make you breakfast, Ezzy. Good morning. It's me, Julia Dennison, executive editor of Parents.com. It's Monday. Been quarantining for a while. I feel like I've lost track of days. This is the third day that we're documenting for you guys, though. I've had the weekend. Hi, Ez. Come over here. Say hi. Say hello.
No.
Okay, fine. So it's been a morning already, and I thought I take an opportunity to put you down and talk to you. Put you down. You the phone. You are a phone. Well, I put my makeup on because you, fair people, are giving me reason to put my makeup on in the morning and kind of like make myself feel like I'm going through a little bit of a routine. So I really appreciate that. So this morning's been a bit wild. Tickle my throat. It's been a little while. The dog threw up. Oh yeah, we have a dog, Fergie. He's a pug wobble or a chug, depending on what you want to call it. And I have to figure out doing the laundry at some point, and I'm hoping the laundromat is open because today everything in New York is shut down except for essential business, and you can't really go outside unless it's something for essential business. But in New York City, when so many of us don't have laundry washer dryers like I don't, the laundromat is an essential business, and I think it's staying open along with liquor stores, which I find really funny. That is an essential business. It's like when I was in France, the tabacs stayed open as an essential business, which cracked me up. So anyway, just try to like stay on top of some kind of a routine, get dressed, shower, dry my hair, even though like it was sort of like a half-assed job. Like, put some color on my cheeks, try to feel a little bit alive in the morning. Gotta do the TikTok thing. I don't know if you guys are following on TikTok, but it's all about the little highlighter on the nose, even in quarantine. Losing my mind. So I bought Ezzy smoked salmon. So we're gonna make her smoked salmon and cucumbers for breakfast, even though she's already asked for chicken nuggets and french fries. And why are you laughing, Ezzy? Are you harassing Fifi? It's a dog. All right, we gotta take Fergie for a walk. I hear Slack calling me from the other room. Let's start this week, right? Am I right? Hi again. So I am making Ezzy her breakfast. Thought I'd just take a minute to chat. Yeah, it's like maybe I'll just move this here because it's like, yeah. So anyway, it's such a weird world out there, and now you're seeing hospitals limiting who you can have in the delivery room, and I think for our space, like in the parenting world, so much is changing, and I was just thinking about how, like, what it's going to be like to give birth today, and so for so many of people I know who are pregnant, like, there's so much on their mind. I mean, I can't even imagine what it's going to look like tomorrow, let alone in the next few weeks. And I think just for like the parenting space, so much is changing. I mean, between parenthood and getting pregnant, I've heard IVF getting put on pause for people, and it's just like has real emotional repercussions. Like, I have so many friends who are in their late 30s, early 40s, for whom if they don't have a child or don't get pregnant in the next few years, then they may have less of a chance getting pregnant going forward. And I mean, in my position, I'm so blessed. I have Ezzy. She's everything I could ever want. And I don't know if I would want a kid again in the future, but right now, obviously, I'm single and co-parenting. So I'm not in a situation where I can just like try to conceive, but it's stuff that I'm sure, I don't know. Like, I already knew I had the fact that I would have to kind of like meet somebody else who would want to have a kid with me, if I would even want that kid, and make that decision. And then when you add to that the layer of whether or not it's safe to get pregnant these days, and there's nothing to say that it's not. I'm like, America's gonna make that top priority. I am sure. I hope. But it's still stuff. It's still food for thought, and it's frightening. It's something out of a Margaret Atwood novel. It's starting to feel a lot like, or like a Black Mirror episode. But anyway, and I can't imagine not having your partner in the delivery room, and that's what you're hearing these days. I mean, let alone having the option of having a doula or you know, a brother, or sorry, a sister, well, it's my brother, or a mother, or anybody else in the delivery room. I mean, can your parents even visit you if they're over the age of 70? I mean, like, there's so many question marks for people. All right, Ezzy, we're gonna try Kids Bop dance along videos. Special show just for you. Are you excited, Ezzy? Yeah? All right. Special show just for you. Just tell me what you were saying a second ago, Ezzy. You were saying what?
I'm so excited.
You're so excited. I know it's come to that where she's excited about a new show she hasn't watched before. That's what's exciting these days. Kids Bop. You know, I always thought I would resist the Kids Bop, but it's come to this. It's come to this. So somebody on we have a work from home parenting Slack channel, and somebody recommended this Kids Bop dance along as something to help us parents. Are you gonna dance, Ezzy? All right, I'm gonna turn this down. This is way too loud. Honestly, this is how I also watch workout videos or anything where I'm supposed to get up and move. So, props to Ezzy. You know, one of the hardest things I think is sometimes as like a single parent in general is having my dog, who I love so much, but walking her, and I have to go and walk her now, even though it's raining out. Not even really supposed to go outside, but she needs to pee, and she's already peed. Real talk, she's already peed on the kitchen floor. Poor thing. She's 11. She's a little old and frail. So I'm trying to finish getting Ezzy her breakfast. Well, she's had her breakfast. Well, she is eating her breakfast. Let her finish eating her breakfast, answer some more Slacks, hopefully put some rain boots on and get an umbrella and get Ezzy dressed, and then pop Fergie out for a pee and a poop. And then at some point I've got to do the laundry. Oh, I just like, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it's hard. The juggle is just very, very hard. It's always hard. And listen, like, respect to all the full-time single parents out there. I'm so blessed that I get to share this with somebody else and co-parent with somebody who I get along with really well, and that's just like the best thing in the world. But when I'm with Ezzy, it's sort of 100%, and there isn't anybody here for me to tag team with when I'm working from home and trying to kind of keep her happy. So hence Kids Bop. Yeah. Ezzy, were you just giving your teddy bear a shot before he could go outside?
I'm just fixing this.
Okay.
There you go.
Were you giving him a vaccination before he could go outside?
Yeah.
Why?
That's because you need.
Uh-huh.
I just did that.
Yeah. So the skies are blue. No, just kidding. That's my umbrella. We're outside walking Fergie just by the tree, and then we're gonna go straight back inside. Sometimes it's nice to just have these like little moments of fresh air for a hot second, but it's so quiet. I'm like, you know, I don't know if you can see, it's just, there's nobody out. It's very surreal. Ezzy just wants to run around and play, and she just keeps asking why she can't go to the playground and why she can't see her friends, and it's so heartbreaking. Like, you know, when she wanted to go to this playground and she was talking about how she wanted to go and like play hide and seek and stuff, and trying to explain to her that she can't play with other friends when she's, you know, doesn't quite understand everything that's going on. I mean, it's just, that's the kind of thing that can break your heart. Rain is making your hair wet. I tried to keep her under the umbrella, folks. I really did. So as we just got back from walking Fergie by the tree, and I think frustrations are running high because she doesn't understand why she can't keep running outside and be outside and everything. What do you want to show me? You want to what for a little bit? I know you want to go outside for a little bit, and so do I, but it's one, it's raining, and two, we have to stay in. I know you like the rain, honey, but we have to be inside. Like, how are you guys explaining this to your kids? Because I mean, I don't know what to tell her. And also, it's like, you don't want to instill this idea that being outside is somehow bad. We have to stay inside, honey. Little hug. I love you, honey. Why are you feeling sad?
Just because I want to go past the garden.
You want to go past the garden? You want to go past the garden? I know. We can go. Why don't we go back out after a little bit and we'll go out inside that little fenced-in garden space and you can run around. How does that sound? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I love you.
But first I don't want my breast. It's just candy.
You first want what?
But no, but it's just candy.
You just want candy first?
I want that to look for lollipops.
Okay, I think we can make a lollipop happen in this circumstance.
Up there.
Okay.
To Easter.
Yeah.
To look for lollipops.
I still have the Easter basket left over from last year, but it's really filled with Halloween candy, which I still have left over, which I feel like is a win somehow in this strange, weird parenting world we live in. Okay, so I have her rifling through the Halloween/Easter basket candy right now. So in the hopes that it just might buy me a little bit of time because I'm so behind on emails and I just really could use some time to just check some emails. And so therefore, I think it's okay if she has a little candy. If you can't have candy when you're quarantined, when else can you have candy, is what I say. And sure, it's 11:30, it's not even noon, but what can I do? Not give her candy is probably what people are saying, but still, balance. I've just stepped into my bedroom while Leslie's just in the other room playing. I don't know, it's like, I know I'm really lucky because I'm healthy and I have a job that I can do and I can continue working. So, and I have a beautiful daughter and she's got a great dad and I have a good relationship with her dad, and I don't know, I have so many things to be grateful for, and we're all in the same boat together, so I feel even silly talking about how hard this all is, but I don't know, right now it's not so much the overwhelming feeling, it's more just the daunting feeling of when's this ever going to stop, because I started this thinking I had 2 weeks of quarantine with having been in Europe, but it sort of feels like now I'm not special because it's all of New York is quarantined like this, and I just don't know when it's gonna stop. And I guess even though I felt like I was more of somebody who just loved my home comforts and I loved being home and reading and watching Netflix and having a glass of wine and talking to talking to friends, I sort of think I didn't quite realize, or maybe I took it for granted, just how much looking forward to doing things in the world helped with things.
And it's really hard because as a parent, you have to stay really strong. Hence why I'm like hiding in this corner so that I can cry a little bit. And like, it's just really hard to know what there is to look forward to anymore. Although I know obviously there's tons to look forward to. And all this will pass. And that's what that's like the parenting mantra I've always lived by, is that whenever things are hard, just know that they're gonna pass. And I know this is gonna pass. And it's like literally been like a week. Like a week ago I was in Paris. Like, I'm just the biggest baby ever, but it's really hard. And I wonder if anyone else is finding that feeling of just like hopelessness a little. Anyway, sending you love, and I just wish we could all give each other hugs. I just can't wait until when we can hug each other, you know? Okay. So I thought I had followed that up because I'm feeling better. I just feel like I needed to have that cry. But I think like one of the really nice side effects from all of this has been just like how amazing all my coworkers are, just about like reaching out to each other. And I feel like we're seeing such a human side of our coworkers and the people we work with these days, like, which I feel like is going to have long lasting positive impacts on work-life balance in general, just because we see each other now as humans more than ever. And like this blur between work and life is just, it's like on the one hand, it feels like it's just one big thing. Like the idea of work-life balance and a work-life binary seems sort of out of the equation now. But at the same time, and that's what adds to this feeling of being a little overwhelmed and burnout potential is real. But I also think that seeing each other at work as humans and humans with lives, we already did, but like seeing that in a real way, I think that's just going to make us work even closer and better than ever going forward, no matter what happens. Once we get through this, I think at the other side, like we're just going to really appreciate each other all the more. And I think as parents in the workplace, a lot of my fellow parents at work have been like reaching out with ideas on like how to parent better during all this. But I think that goes to show that in general, like why weren't we reaching out to each other before as parents in the workplace and like talking about what's hard and what's, we should be caring about each other even more as humans at work. There's no reason that we need to necessarily always just sort of like treat ourselves like working robots at work and then like leave life at home. I'm not saying like you bring your life to work. I don't know what I'm saying. I think I'm just saying that like all this process going through all this, I hope is going to bring everybody closer together. I'm already feeling that, and that gives me so much hope and positivity. So silver lining, I guess gotta look for them. I had to put on eye makeup for my own benefit. Just because, like, I don't know. I think it was just adding to it when I was seeing myself recording these things and thinking, oh. Does anyone find they have like a whole new wardrobe now? Like I have all these things that I would wear and go to work in, and now it's basically like my 2 pairs of jeans that I alternate between, and then like 4 different t-shirts. And I don't know. You start to reprioritize, I guess, comfort and stuff when you're thinking about what you're wearing in any given day. But anyway, I was reaching out to some people at work, and it feels like everyone's kind of having a dark day today. I think it's just because it's Monday. It's just another week. It's worse than ever right now in New York. It's sort of hard to know when this is ever going to let up, on top of which it's raining and gloomy out. And I bet I'm not the only one who's been staring out windows and crying today. I hope I'm not the only one anyway. Please message and tell me I'm not the only one. Hey, Ezzy, what you doing? What you playing? At parents.com, we like to make sure that we are answering every single question anyone would ever have about parenthood ever that they might be searching for, and make sure that we have trustworthy, relatable, reliable content on that topic on the site. And so that's a large part of my job. And so I think especially going through, don't be in your room. Okay, fine. I'll leave. I'll tiptoe this way. And so I think, especially going through all this with the pandemic, there are so many questions that everyone has every single day and every moment, especially parents. So would love to know in the comments what some of your questions are so that we can try to make sure that we're covering appropriate topics and that we have articles answering your questions. You know, whether that's like, should I be sanitizing my Amazon packages, to what are the better, like what are the more educational TV shows out there that I can plop my kid in front of so that I can get some work done. We're just trying to cover it all, and it can feel a little overwhelming, like I'm feeling slightly daunted. So, but I also just want to make sure that we continue to be that, you know, number one resource for you when it comes to being a parent. So leave in the comments anything that you're wondering, anything you have questions about, anything that you wish you could read a story about or watch a video about, or, you know, need some tips around. I really would love to hear from you.